Alrighty, welcome online, ladies and gentlemen. We are live streaming here in the Zoom room. Do us a favor if you've just joined us, type in exactly where you're watching us from around the world. Neumi is in 74 different countries, and we always have people on from all over the place. If you're watching us on Facebook, type in there. If you're watching us on YouTube, type in where are you watching us from. We're going to give you a 30-second timer, which is your cue to invite anybody you would like to watch today's presentation. Alrighty, welcome online, ladies and gentlemen. If you've just joined us, please type in where you're watching us from. Neumi's in 74 countries around the world. We're always interested to see who's on live. If you're watching the playback, please type that into the chat while you're watching the playback as well. Some people don't speak fluent English with all the countries we have open. So with that in mind, we have closed captions you can switch on here in the Zoom room while you're watching to read along, or on YouTube on the playback. So have a quick listen to this.
Por favor, vaya a la parte inferior de la pantalla en Zoom o YouTube y haga clic en subtítulos para leer en español.
Kérlek menjünk képernyő aljára, a Zoomon vagy a YouTube-on, a Closed Caption részre, és ott el tudod olvasni magyarul a feliratot.
Silakan klik di layar bawah pada Zoom atau YouTube dan klik caption untuk membaca dalam bahasa Indonesia.
Pour les sous-titres en français, veuillez cliquer au bas de votre écran Zoom ou YouTube sur CC ou Closed Captions.
Zoom または YouTube の画面の下部に移動し、字幕をクリックして日本語で読んでください。
請到屏幕底部點閱隱藏字幕以閱讀中文。
Παρακαλώ πηγαίνετε στο κάτω μέρος της οθόνης, στο Zoom ή στο YouTube και κάντε κλικ στους υπότιτλους για να τα διαβάσετε στα ελληνικά.
請到屏幕底部點擊隱藏字幕以閱讀中文.
אנא עברו לתחתית המסך בזום וביוטיוב ולחצו על תרגום לכתוביות בעברית.
Proszę zejść na dół ekranu na Zoomie lub YouTubie i kliknąć napisy, żeby przeczytać po polsku.
Thank you to all our international presenters with all those languages to make it easy to understand. So as I said, we're here in the Zoom room live, and there are people logged in right now. I can see from Indonesia, from Perth, Western Australia, from Canada, from 20 metres down the road from Prue in Christchurch, New Zealand. And we also have people on from all over the place in different parts of the internet. So with that in mind, you're very blessed today, my friends, because when Neumi began 3.5 years ago, one of the first countries we opened up was New Zealand. And with that in mind, the presenter you're going to hear from today was one of the founding members of the company on day one, and that is Prue Owers, and she'll be presenting today. So over to you, Prue.
Thank you. Thanks, Michael. Hey, it's great to be here today. And yeah, I've spent a decade in around glutathione, but I can say that there is nothing that compares to this company or to the products that we have. So with that being said, let's get into it. So who is Neumi? We are and it's not working. Okay, we are the trailblazers, the innovators. We are dedicated to revolutionizing health and wellness through our cutting-edge technology, hydrostat molecular encapsulation delivery system. So we're going to be talking quite a lot today about hydrostat. But a problem out there with a lot of other products is the poor absorption rate. Studies show that up to 90% of oral supplements are not fully absorbed by the body. And so this means that only a fraction of the nutrients actually reach the cells where they are needed. And so the solution is our own hydrostat technology, and we are transforming health with breakthrough science. Our proprietary production process, hydrostat, sets us apart in delivering high-quality products that embody our commitment to excellence. So there's three areas where our technology is completely different. And the first is the cell size. Neumi's molecular ingredients are between 10 and 100 millimicrons or nanometers, and they are small enough to be fully absorbed by human cells. The molecules in other supplements are too large generally to be absorbed by the cells, so they get excreted from the body without being used effectively. And you can see down at the bottom there the difference between ours, the human cell, and other people's products. The second area is the surface area. And this is where hydrostat technology comes in. Our cells only absorb the section of a molecule that they can touch. And hydrostat technology actually increases the surface area so that cells can use the entire molecule. And with hydrostat treated ingredients, their surface area increases to be up to 200 times greater than non-treated ingredients. And the third one is our delivery system. Neumi wraps their ingredients in water clusters for protection and instant absorption so that the supplements are absorbed before they make it to the stomach. So it's incredibly clever. Water also doesn't include the potential toxicity that lipids do, so you never need to take a break from taking Neumi's wonderful supplements. So just to recap, here are three areas where the hydrostat technology is different from anything else out there on the market. It's the cell size, our surface area, and our hydrostat delivery system. And they are definitely the three differences behind our delivery method. So now that we're able to get the product into the cells, let's talk about the power of glutathione. Glutathione is our body's master antioxidant. Glutathione is the protector and detoxifier of the cell. It's the key to life, health, performance, protection, and longevity of every human cell. Glutathione also recycles itself to increase the effectiveness of other antioxidants, for example, vitamin C, D, etc. And glutathione is also one of the most studied molecules in the world, with over 188,000 studies on PubMed. And if you compare that to, say, vitamin C, which has about 78,000 studies. So glutathione, what do doctors have to say? Dr. Mehmet Oz says it's the most powerful antioxidant that you've never heard of. It's one of the keys to fighting off the diseases you fear the most. It's called glutathione. Now write it down because it's critically important. Dr. David Katz says if you're chronically run down, if you're chronically fatigued, if your body just isn't firing on all cylinders, low glutathione may be part of it, both cause and effect. So glutathione in your body as you age. Once we get to about 18 or 20, we start losing the ability to make glutathione as much, and we lose between 10 and 15% per decade. But the oxidative stress that our bodies are under never ever decreases. So with continuous attacks on your cells with the invasion of toxins, heavy metals, and exposure to radiation and free radicals, they all cause damage and expedite the aging process, which none of us want. So glutathione levels are also reduced by any trauma that the cells encounter, such as injuries, infections, or diseases. So what are the benefits of glutathione? Higher glutathione levels are associated with an extensive number of health, performance, and anti-aging benefits. So just to show you the signs of low glutathione, it's weakened immune system, physical and mental fatigue, muscle weakness and aches, inflammation, premature aging and disease, dull or dry skin, grey hair or balding, brain fog and headaches, digestive issues, allergies, and weight gain. And then we look at signs of high glutathione and its boosted immune function, sustained mental and physical energy, so you can just get more out of your day, optimal athletic performance, balanced inflammation, delayed aging and disease, healthy radiant skin, decreased graying or balding, balanced digestion, reduced allergic reactions, and weight management. So let's take a look at our Hydrostat product breakdown. Just before we do that, I just read that these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. So one of the main problems out there is that glutathione decreases with age and your environment, and it leaves no practical way to get it into the cells. Well, that is until now, because we have the solution in NutraSwish, and it is such an amazing product. Using Neumi's proprietary Hydrostat technology, Neumi has nano-sized glutathione, L-cysteine, curcumin, and other ingredients to become bioavailable within seconds. Just orally swish for 30 seconds or longer and then swallow. And experience these benefits with NutraSwish: immune boost, joint support, clean and sustained energy, and rapid recovery. So the next problem out there is that skincare really gets past the first layer of skin, resulting in the need for many products. Skincare can also be complex, ineffective, and sometimes incredibly expensive, and it often contains harmful ingredients. So again, we have a solution, and it is called Neumi Skin. And this is such an easy product to use. You just take the top off it and spray on your face. Even bloats can do it. So using Hydrostat technology, Neumi has nano-sized glutathione, hyaluronic acid, curcumin, collagen, and more, so that you can nourish your skin at its deepest levels. So what does Neumi Skin do? It helps reduce pore size, smooth skin texture, lifts and firms, brightens and evens skin tone, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and fights skin aging pollutants. So the next problem out there is how to find a clean solution for energy and focus. People often try to resolve low energy and lack of focus with harmful stimulants, and the first thing they do is reach for an energy drink. But we have a solution to that, and it's called Neuro. And it's only available in select markets at the moment. And again, using our Hydrostat nano delivery system, we maximize absorption and effectiveness of the following ingredients: arginine, magnesium gluconate, L-theanine, caffeine, and other nutrients. And some of the neuro benefits are enhanced memory, improved mood, increased focus, rapid energy, and heightened cognitive performance. And Neuro is also fully endorsed by the American Brain Council, and they are saying they are seeing some fantastic results with it. So then the next problem around today is that environmental disruptors are having increasing negative effects on women's health and hormones. And we also have a solution for this, and it's called HERS. And again, HERS is only available in select markets at the moment. Every woman knows about the inconveniences that cycles and hormone changes can bring into life. Experience rapid results through our Hydrostat technology. Every ingredient in our botanical formula was carefully selected to create a well-rounded blend of benefits. With HERS, every woman can flourish. And this product has been through a double-blind placebo study, and it had incredible results. And here's some of the benefits. It helps alleviate bloating, cramps, and PMS. It supports healthy hormone function. It helps with hot flashes and night sweats, and it enhances mood and overall well-being. So now we're just going to look at some of the feedback and some testimonies that we have from people using all of our products. The first one is Lachlan, and he's in Melbourne, Australia. He's a 24-year-old powerlifting athlete. He's a personal trainer and gym manager. And this is his testimony after week 3. He said, training recovery has been amazing, coming into each session fresh, no soreness from previous weekly sessions, already hitting personal bests months out for my next competition. By week 4, using Swish around my training as well as post-training session, even more personal bests on my lifts, including hitting 270 kilos for 2 reps deadlift for the first time ever. Then we have Dane from Louisiana, and she's a 34-year-old homeschooling mum of 3. As soon as I started using NutraSwish on day 1, I immediately found I had way more energy. Also, prior to using the HERS product, every month I would have mood swings, bloating, and breast tenderness. However, since I have been using it, I found that I don't have any PMS symptoms at all. Then we have another sporting testimony from Greg in Christchurch, and he's a 58-year-old self-employed in pool construction. And he says, I've been into competitive mountain bike racing for most of my adult life. In my 20s, after doing a half-day event, I would have nothing left in the tank. But now at 58 and with NutraSwish, I'm able to go out and do multiple days of riding with energy to spare. Plus, I find I have good mental clarity, hardly any muscle soreness, and way faster recovery. Then we have Jean. She's a 55-year-old natural health and skincare specialist, and her testimony is great. She goes, wow, neuro is a noticeable cognitive focus, clarity, memory, and energy boosting, get a ton of stuff done swish that I'll never go a day without. Anyone that knows me knows that I have a severe attention span and memory deficit. So this is over and above the incredible benefits from NutraSwish, which also helped with those things. Then we have Keith. He's a 61-year-old self-employed networker from Louisiana. And his testimony is amazing. And he says, after suffering for almost a year with severe discomfort in my neck and shoulder from an injury, just 48 hours after beginning Swish, I awoke realizing I had slept all night long. That was the first time in almost a year. I was eventually completely without discomfort and able to return to my body weight exercise routine. And today I'm stronger than I have ever been. So now we've got some before and afters from our amazing skincare. And this is Elaine from South Australia. And this was in just 4 weeks. It looks like she's lost a lot of weight, but she hasn't. The skin has just tightened. She swears she didn't lose weight during this 30-day period. However, the impact in reducing the puffiness in her face and around her neck is amazing. Notice the reduced appearance of redness, fine lines, and pore size. Then we have Linda from Indonesia. And she said before using Neumi Skin, her skin was dull and rough. But just after 17 days, we can see her skin became bright, soft, and clear, and she looks amazing. She also reported feeling stronger and more enthusiastic because she slept much deeper after taking NutraSwish as well. And this beautiful lady is in Nigeria, and she's 80. She's in her 80s. She sprayed her face with Neumi 3 to 4 times each day for 4 weeks, and her results are astonishing. Her skin tone is just so much more even. Then we have this lady from Texas. Her name's Donna, and her results are over 8 weeks, and the difference in her neck is incredible because the neck is one of the hardest areas to actually improve. The skin looks tighter, and it looks like it's aged backwards. And then we have our very own Sherry. And she was one of the very first. She was lucky enough to be on the trial of Neumi Skin right back 6 years ago. And now, after 6 years, she looks like her younger sister. She's now 62, and she hasn't aged at all. In fact, she's lost years and years and years to her look. It's incredible. If you'd like to see any more testimonies, you can go to our official Facebook page, Neumi New You, where there's lots of info and videos, and yeah, it's a great place to find out some more information. So then we come to our vision. And our vision comes from our amazing founder, Stephen K. Scott. Steve has spent his whole life searching for breakthrough products and purchasing the rights to those products and marketing them on TV. Over the years, Steve has generated over $4 billion in revenue, and including one that a lot of people possibly know is the Total Gym, which actually still runs on TV today. Steve was ready to retire until he found what he called the biggest breakthrough of his entire life, which is why he launched Neumi to share this technology with the world. And we are so grateful to Steve that he did so. Then we have Aaron Rennett. He is our president and CEO. And he says, my aim is to ensure that Neumi is the most field-driven and responsive company within the industry. And I think we'll all have to agree that he's actually done that. It's an incredible company. And then we have our Science and Medical Advisory Board. Members of the Neumi Medical Advisory Board serve on a voluntary basis, driven by their belief in our groundbreaking technology, and they do it all without any compensation. And they do this because of the results that they've seen with their clients and in their clinics. And if you'd like to see their full biographies, please visit neumi.com. And over to you, Michael.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Let me just change screens here. What a great presentation. Thank you, Prue. And you know what? It's really funny. When we're presenting, I'm Australian. As you know, Prue is New Zealand, and we've got our own little accents going on. We've got presenters from around the world, and it's great to be able to present with all your friends worldwide. But when Prue said even blokes can use it, I think some of the rest of the world are going, what's a bloke? That's an Aussie and Kiwi slang for men, just so we're clear. Do a bit of a translation for you. But that was a brilliant presentation. Thank you. Now, I have, as one of the founding field advisory board members and crowns with the company, I have the luxury here of helping Prue now just talk about execution. So let's do that. So when we talk about execution, we could have gone to any form of marketing known to man. And particularly, you're probably wondering why we didn't go down the route of infomercials, because Steve Scott, our founder, is a giant in the infomercial world. Well, that's because millions of dollars goes into advertising otherwise. Okay, so we made the decision to go to the most effective form of marketing known to man, which is actually word of mouth. Now, the home-based business industry, network marketing, whatever you want to call it, is twice my age. I'm 56. It's over 100 years old. It ain't going anywhere except bigger, no matter what your beliefs are. So in 186 billion people were involved pre-COVID. And what's interesting, it started growing even more rapidly when that kicked in. When a tough economy hits, network marketing goes off the charts. Now, we were fortunate to launch around that time. And as the screen says, we're open in 72 countries. It's now 74. We have 100,000 members, and there's so many things that make us unique and different. So when you're looking at this right now, you've just seen an amazing product no one has anything remotely as effective as. I giggle if someone says they do, because we have the only thing that will get into the cells because of the cell size, as we say. So when you're looking at this, maybe you're looking for return on investment. You want to, to get your product for free. That's easy. We can show you how to do that. Maybe you're looking for a bit of residual income in addition to what you're earning now, or maybe you just want to build a legacy asset, which has happened for me and a lot of other people as well, where you've replaced your income entirely or increased it and earned more than you used to, like I did in the corporate world. I was in the corporate world for many, many years, but I was married to the job. Here, I just came back from the beach a few minutes ago, and that's just a plug of the amazing part of this business. So I'm going to give you an income disclosure statement, which basically just says, hey, this is a business. It's not a job. If you do more work than the next person, but you're a less effective person in your skills, you might not get the same results. End of story. So with that in mind, let's talk about compensation. We have a very low cost of production. In fact, if you took a kilogram of ingredients and made traditional capsules, you make 200 to 400 bottles of product, and you've got to do your profitability on that. Most of that will go down the toilet and not be effective. In our case, we can take the same kilogram of ingredient and we can make 10,000 bottles of product. So we pay about 53 cents in the dollar across the whole compensation plan, which does not include all our perks, trips, etc., which other companies put into what they're paying. And they're usually paying between 28 cents in the dollar and 35, 36 if they're lucky. So we're way ahead to the rest of the industry. The weekly commission component pays 43%. How does that work? Well, anyone you introduce, that's an industry term sponsor. Anyone you personally introduce or sponsor, you'll earn 25%. So let's say someone becomes a customer, purchase product, you'll get If it's $100, you'll get $25. If they buy a big pack of products to get the word out there, maybe $1,000, you'll get $250. But here's the power in this industry. Who do they know you don't know? So you can earn another 6 levels in your downline, receiving 3% from each one of those. That is huge, and it adds up. Moving from there to the monthly commissions, the first compensation here is what we call the power of 3. It's not a forever bonus, meaning you can earn it forever, but you don't focus on it forever. It's just to get your business off the ground. It's the baby steps to start with, which is what? We want you to find 3 people who become members. And if they purchase 100 PB, well, guess what? $100 of product, you will receive an extra $50 on top of all the other bonuses I'm going to talk about. But that's the roadmap to show you how simple it is. Find 3 people. Who couldn't do that? Then help those 3 find 3, and you can earn the next milestone, which is $250. And of course, along with that, you would need to be a senior member. And then the last level, level 3, $1,500. If you help those 3 find 3, and you have that structure shown on the screen there. And by the way, you could earn that before the person introduced you. So you would earn $1,500 there, and the person who introduced me might earn 50. I love it. It's fair. It's not like the corporate world where the guy at the top's always earning all the money. And of course, to be level 3, you would need to be what's called a 2-star, which we'll add to that in a minute. So there's also an international profit sharing bonus. You might be building in New Zealand like Prue has been, or you might be in Indonesia. Let's say the business goes berserk in Europe and you don't even have business there. Well, guess what? You'll profit share depending on your rank. If you are a 2-star, you'll share in 1% of the global sales of the monthly member purchases. If you are a 3-star, you'll share in that pool, and then diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, and crown. Now, this is a culminative bonus, meaning as a crown, I get to share in all 6 of those bonuses, not just one. You don't lose one when you get to the next. So it's huge. And it's an international bonus, and we're in 74 countries, so you can see how that could grow. Next, let's talk about the uni level for long-term growth. Well, after your first month in the business, you can then earn 7%, 3 levels down immediately, as you can see on the screen. I know this is a small picture if you're on a phone, but you can ask the person who invited you to send you through the full compensation plan. Detailed explanation I did goes for about 20 minutes, and you'll understand it inside out if you want to back that up. When you grow your business with turnover to senior member, which is 1,500 turnover, you unlock level 4. When it's 5,000 as a 1-star, you unlock level 5, and it keeps growing to 2-star. You'll see here, none of this requires you to actually be a true big leader. I mean, you haven't duplicated anybody else necessarily yet, but when you move into the ranks of 3-star and above, you'll see some structural requirements. You need to have 2 people you've helped to achieve 1-star, to be a 3-star, and then you earn 7 levels deep. Then it moves through diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, and crown, and you can see what the requirements are on the screen. But then we kick into infinity bonuses. And I love this compensation plan because A, it pays out more than everybody else, but B, it pays you for the activity in the right place. So right now as a crown, my job is to do what? Help people way down the line, not even think about my power of 3, and that's why they've given me an infinity bonus. So as a diamond, you'll earn a 0.5%, which is a cap of $2,500 a month. Double diamonds are $5,000 with 1%. Triple diamonds $10,000, and then crown is $15,000. Now I'm going to say this now. We announced to our diamonds that we were launching double crown, triple crown, and president in January. The month isn't over yet, so I'm sure corporate are ready to do that. So this is not the top of the income scale. Now there are 3 more on top of that. But where do you see yourself in there? Would an extra $30,000 a year make a big difference to your life? Will getting your product for free make a big difference? Or do you want to get a legacy income? It's all there on offer. So in terms of support and next steps, you don't have to create anything. We love this. The company launched very uniquely in the industry with a system that everyone duplicates exactly the same in every language, called Neumi 1, 2, 3 ABC. So we have to support your resources, firstly, and that is training videos in your app, in your back office, business planning tools, access to marketing assets. We have technology like a free app that you get. A lot of companies charge for that. And we have the central Facebook group. My advice is don't join any Facebook groups that are not called Neumi New You, unless the person who invited you to do that is running the group. There's a lot out there, but we're not monitoring them from a compliance perspective. So there's one safe one. And then, of course, weekly, every week, in fact, multiple times a week right now, we go to Neumi TV, we're in right now, and we live stream all over the world. So where we're at as we wrap it up, you're either A or 1, you are ready to get started. Notify the person who invited you. Don't wait. You could make a big difference to your income this year. 2, you might want to try the products, and that's great. Reach out to the person who invited you, and I'm sure you'll get some product pretty quick. And 3, you want more information, and that is also totally fine with us. So as we wrap up, I just want to say thank you for a fantastic presentation, Prue, and I'll look forward to seeing everybody on tomorrow's event. Tomorrow, just so you know, we have a panel of crowns at the top of the compensation plan, the highest income earners, and we're all going to talk about vision mapping for the year. So that's the level of support you'll get if you come on board with the Neumi family worldwide. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening.